I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome back to the totally 90s edition of Dumb Witch Club.
Oh my God, you went rogue.
I did. I don't know.
I did not know you were going to do that. That was fantastic. I told you. This episode is going to be chaotic and unhinged.
It's already begun to be.
It already is. I'm already like, girl, WYD.
It came out.
I know.
I like channeled the energy from the ephemera that is in front of us.
I know.
What is happening to me?
Well, it's okay. Like you were also just saying, we did live through the 90s, so.
Yeah, we did. So we actually know somewhat.
Yeah.
What was real, what was not real.
I don't think I know that at all. What
Like,
was real and not real in the 90s? Are you kidding me?
No, because we thought everything was real, because if someone told you that if you drank soda and ate Pop Rocks, you would explode, you were like, probably I will.
Yeah. Well, you see, I know why. It's because you didn't have the internet to fact check and get the truth about everything. Because that's what the internet's for.
Right, exactly. It tells you the truth about everything.
Right?
Well, I mean...
Am I right?
You are right.
Also, that is what we probably thought in the 90s if we knew about the internet.
Well, yes, because you just went to ask Jeeves and you asked him and he gave you an answer and you were like, well, it's on this thing.
But those were fancy answers because Jeeves was the British butler.
I know. Why was it that?
I don't know. They had like a trick.
Yeah, I know. I'm picturing the logo. He was like,
I know.
And you were like, Jeeves.
And then people would be like, you don't have to type in a whole question. And I'm like, but it says ask. I need to ask him. And like, it's not. And I'm like, what?
I always typed it in as a question.
So confusing.
And I always put a question mark. It's the same reason people get like upset at me with my text messaging. Because they're like, why do you use like all this punctuation?
I still use punctuation. I don't type whole questions into search bars, but...
No, not anymore. I don't even bother to spell it correctly. I'm at that level, too, now, where I'm like, whatever, that's close enough.
Even if you misspell it, it'll still find what you want.
I know. And I used to be like, no, I have to spell it right. And now it's just gibberish in there.
Well, I know. It's so funny, because I was going to say, if you put in jib, it'll show you job. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
How to find a jib. Oh, job. Yes, job.
Like, it really accurately guesses what you're saying. It can be a collection of consonants that look like it make no sense. And it's like, oh, did you mean like cattle drive? And I'm like,
I know. See, that's why I stopped liking this. Like, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I am done acknowledging this because I hate it.
I know, but I just talked about how we knew what was real and what's not real. I like really came out with a strong claim about what we knew and didn't know and what we know now.
So, like, astrology was very popular in the 90s. I mean, it's been popular. Yeah. So there's that. Of course. But it was very popular in the 90s, and it was very, like, popular.
Yes.
Like, it was, like, the daily horoscopes and, like, sun signs and love signs, right?
Yes, very pop astrology.
Yes, exactly.
And celebrity infused. Everything had to do with some kind of celebrity match, celebrity star, you know, sign map thing. Like, yeah, everything was about that.
Yes. So, we can prove this.
Yeah, we can prove it.
Because that laugh.
I know.
We have some real McCoys here.
Yes, we do.
We have a 17 magazine, a teen magazine,
a YM magazine, and another teen magazine.
So these are from various, this one, is actually from 2001. So, Y2K, didn't know that. This one is 1996. This is the real deal right here.
Yes. So I guess I did jump the gun a little bit.
That's okay. It's all, come on.
Still.
Doesn't matter.
It's Y2K era, late 90s. I mean, this is all like pretty late 90s.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
This one is 1996 as well. And this one is 1998.
Very good years, all of these.
Agreed.
Very good years.
Agreed.
So this is why this episode is going to be chaotic and unhinged, because we have an extremely loose plan.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into this. But before we do,
I
would really love to do our card pull and just acknowledge we're not doing a Why Though segment.
Yeah.
And I think the reason is because we just could not stand it. We couldn't stand it today. Like, it's been a really rough week in a lot of ways, not even for us personally, but just like things we've observed and witnessed and the people around us and different things. And there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really sorry to report, that there's so much going on that, like, we don't even want to talk about it. So,
yeah, and we're guessing you probably don't either, and you probably don't really need a why, though, because it's what is even going to help at this point, so.
Yeah, I feel like at some point, it's like, I don't even care why. I'm just like, let me get through it.
Just let me get through it, exactly. And, like, the ways to get through it, and if you need more ways to get through it, we have plenty of episodes on that.
Next episode, we'll be back on why those. Yeah, we will be ready. We will be not in the thick of the traumatic experiences. But
take care of yourselves and each other.
Yes, please do. And enjoy this, like, really wacky throwback into 90s stuff after we do our amazing card pull.
It's a good distraction.
It is. And distracting yourself with pleasurable activities is 100% valid, just so you know.
Yes, I love it. I'm a big proponent of that.
100%. Okay, what do we have here, my darling?
We have a new deck because I was in the desert over the weekend.
Oh, the desert.
So perfect. So perfect. And I just escaped, like, the kind of crazy weather that
just descended upon us.
Yeah, it's crazy. And everything we got, like, out right before that happened. But yes, it was beautiful. It was wonderful. I discovered some new things, and there was a little store in the high desert called Milk Thistle, and it was amazing.
But don't say too much, because I think we're going to be doing a Dumb Witch Club field trip there soon.
Amazing. Yes. And so anyway, while I was there briefly, I picked up this new deck because I went back to it like 4 times. I, like, kept picking it up. You know how that goes.
Yep, that's how you know.
And then pick it up again. So this is it's called the Passages. It's an oracle deck because, as we know, I'm obsessed with them. Just love them. It's a 55-card oracle deck created and illustrated by Liliana Perez from Modesto, California.
Yeah.
It's beautiful and simple.
Well, it was interesting when you showed this to me, like, just before this. I was like, it looks so familiar. I was like, I feel like I've seen it before. Or I almost felt like, did we already have this one? But, like, we don't.
No.
So it has this and I think that's why you probably went back to it over and over. It was just, like, drawn to it. I felt, as soon as you showed it to me, I was like, huh.
I know. I felt that same exact way in the store. I'm like, do I have this? This looks, But no.
It was speaking to you. It spoke to me as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So let's see if we can get, I don't know, maybe like a little encouragement or a little clarity. The interesting thing about this deck is that it doesn't come with a guidebook. And she explains in there that she doesn't want it to, because she wants you to really, like, hone in on your own intuition and your own interpretation and, like, what your spirit guides are sort of trying to inform you.
Yeah.
So there is no guidebook for this one, which at first I must admit was like I was a little bit trepidatious about that. Like, how am I going to know?
Yeah, because I think even though we have said, and I also tried to remember, like, just my own interpretation or my own intuition or just my own, symbolism that pops out to me or whatever. Yeah. If there's a guidebook, like, it's just too tempting to read it and just be like, oh, okay, oh, yeah, makes sense, got it, and just kind of, do that.
It's true.
So that is not an option here. Ooh.
No. Okay.
Are
we ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. They're so lovely. Like,
remember that one time I was super chaotic and I pulled the top card? I'm not going to do that this time.
Yeah, can, like, see my face in that episode. I was like,
I know.
I can't believe you did that.
I know.
Isn't the paper, like, lovely?
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it's okay.
Oh gosh. It says fear.
Yeah.
And there's a window, kind of with bars on it, like a jail almost situation. And there's, like, dark storm clouds outside the window.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that makes sense because, I don't know, like, I think there's been a lot, like you kind of mentioned, there's been a lot going on, but it hasn't really been happening, like, to us personally.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes, like, when that's happening, like, there is that, like, it's like, what's going to happen next? And, like, is something going to happen to me? Or is it just going to continue to happen to other people? But there's that a little bit, like, fear of, like, because the energy feels a little bit out of control. It does right now.
Well, it does. And it's also interesting, we've had, like, a rainstorm coming through, and so just this kind of dark clouds, which I know, like, symbolism, but also, like, in reality, like, weather has been wild out there, and it was a little scary, so it's almost like wanting to interpret this literally, you know? I just, this is one of these, and sometimes this happens, I'm not sure I fully understand this one for us at this moment.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't get to understand in the moment, and I can accept that. I'm like, okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
But there's a lot of chaos out there, and I do think it's interesting, this one with fear, there's a window. It's like, the fear's like out there.
Yeah, that's true. And the bars, because I don't know if you initially interpreted it that way, but I felt behind the bars. I didn't feel like outside in those clouds.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. You're like looking out the window. And like, I don't know, the bars do feel a little prison-y, but it's also kind of like maybe you're protected.
Protecting you. Yeah, that could be true too.
Yeah.
And maybe even like the idea of sort of harnessing that fear. Like, okay, it's present, it's there, we're acknowledging that. But there's a way that you can harness that and transmute that into something powerful for yourself, right? If you face it, then you can change it.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's kind of that thing that if you don't admit to your fears, you won't overcome them. Because then you're constantly in a battle with yourself and with the fear. So if you admit that that's there, you can sort of embrace it and transmute it, and then that can become courage.
Yeah, and maybe it's kind of because we didn't want to really like talk about things and stuff, and I think that's okay.
Oh my gosh, that's literally why. The oracle cards are like, you were afraid to talk about why though? Okay.
Yeah. And that's fine, because we can still not do that.
No, we aren't. We're not
going to. But we can acknowledge, like, okay, that's fine. We can then do it in our own way, and maybe we need to.
We were scared.
That's fine.
Fine. We were.
Probably.
It's true. I know. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes.
Whatever. I'm putting it in your black obsidian card holder, and that is, I don't know, making it better.
100%. I also feel like there's a temptation with cards, like, we could totally, like, pull another card and try to get a better card, or we could be like, let's do a 3-card pull instead because we didn't like this one. But I don't believe in all that nonsense. I'm like, this is what we were meant to do. It's and whatever.
People ask us to do that, and I'm like,
no, this is what it is.
I mean, I'm like, okay, but guess what? No. I did that like recently because I was like, and it wasn't even like ew, I don't want that. It was just more like, what? No. And I reshuffled them for like a long time. Same card came up. Yep. I was like, fine.
Yep.
Whatever this means. I just didn't like it because I didn't understand it right away.
I know.
Dumb. Dumb witch glove.
Well, okay, let us move on without fear into the 90s.
Maybe that's what it's all about, because going back.
They're like, don't go back. Don't do it.
Don't go back to that time period of your life.
I know. God, our spirit guides are like,
why?
What are you doing?
Do you remember your bangs? Do you remember the eyeliner?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Don't. We're like, no, we're doing it.
We're doing it anyways. Okay, so again, sort of chaotic, sort of unhinged. We have a loose plan.
Yeah.
We don't really know what we're doing with this, but they're so entertaining.
Oh, they're gold.
Look at. Gold. The content here is amazing.
It really is.
So I do want to do some astrology bits because I think that is part of, like, obviously our whole thing, but
our whole thing,
you know, what we're supposed to be doing here. Oh, we switched magazines when we were doing something. So
I think this one.
No, this one. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, one of them you were looking more into.
Yes. Okay. So this one. Well, first of all, these outfits.
Oh, they're amazed.
They like literally look like stuff that everyone's wearing now.
They are.
So like they're so cute.
They are really cute.
There's a 365-day love forecast. Our awesome horoscope guide has the answer to the question, will you find love this year?
I'm guessing yes.
Well, I know. I'm also like, when was this from? What month? August. Okay.
August 98.
Yes, August of 98. So I'm just going to... Well, I'm a Leo, so let's read the Leo.
Yeah, well, and that's a key one for this.
Yeah, so this was for... 1998. So I can tell you how accurate this was.
Yeah.
Love mood. You've got a killer dramatic streak, so you tend to get wild and passionate when you go for a guy.
True or not true?
I mean, yeah. That's
T or F?
It is true.
T.
It is true. This is like seasonal. So fall.
Oh.
A boy who didn't know you were alive last year will suddenly give you all his attention.
The way they set us up.
I think that did happen, actually.
Shut up.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I love this then.
Winter. You'll be into dating around.
What happened to the guy?
Something happened to the guy.
Okay.
So by winter, I was probably dating around. But as New Year's Eve approaches, you'll do some serious searching for that one special guy to smooch when the ball... No, that did not happen.
No.
Spring, when a hot jock flirts with you on a school trip.
School trip?
Yeah, you'll get psyched for a brand new romance. That did not happen.
No.
And I guess by now we're in, like, the spring of, like, 99, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Summer, you and your sporto guy will be hanging together 24/7. That is when you're not working at your part-time job. Why throw that in?
I don't know.
Why tell me I have to get a part-time job in the summer?
It's rude.
Awful.
It's rude. These magazines, there's just a very strong overlayer of just like misogyny and
so bad.
It's just going to be what it is. It's a time capsule. We can't change it.
So also, no. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's like very tangentially some weird truth to that, but no, not really.
I love it.
Most romantic month was going to be September, and the luckiest love day was Sunday. What?
Because September was when the guy that ignored you in the fall, he then didn't ignore you.
Yeah, the guy who didn't know I was alive last year
Right.
suddenly gave me all his attention.
All of his attention.
All of it.
It's amazing. Wow. How much attention would he probably have?
Yeah, well, best love matches, Sagittarius, Aries. So they obviously just went along like the elements line there.
It's kind of cheap.
They love adventure as much as you do, but they won't hog your spotlight. Oh, please.
Are you
Have
sure?
met
Are you sure?
I'm like, please.
Maybe not a Sagittarian man, but a...
Worst love matches, Leo and Scorpio.
Rude. I don't like when
I
they
don't
do
think
that.
that's true.
That makes me upset. They do that a lot with our two signs.
I know, because you're a Scorpio
They're
and
like,
I
y'all
love
hate
you.
each other. I'm like, what? Why?
Why would we, though? See, I don't even know. Is there, like, an astrological basis for that? For Leo and Scorpio being a bad match?
I don't know. I can't figure it out, really.
Or is it just, like, they're both, like, dramatic or, like, both strong, and so they don't... I think that's why it says
well,
Leo.
and again, that's like the well, I know this is like for obviously like it's like heteronormative, and so it's like
of course
focused that way. But I think even when it's like a friendship one, like it's often like they do not pair like femme presenting people who both have strong, like that's always looked at as like a clashing thing.
Yeah, well, and okay, so it's like water and fire. It's like night and day energies.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so I guess they're like opposites on these things, but that's dumb, I know.
But they never want it to be two strong females. That's always something that they'll be like, oh, that's going to clash. Because they're just like, ew, girls hate each other.
Yeah, exactly. There can't be two strong girls who like each other.
No, they're jealous.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so reductive, which we know it's going to be okay, but it's just a little bit of like fun.
I also definitely want to make a comment, which you just made a comment on, like just the hetero nature of all of this.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we looked through many of these. We have even more than these ones.
Yeah.
Every single thing, guys.
Yep, guys.
Yeah.
And
because these are girls' magazines.
And what you're not doing or are doing or should be doing or whatever. And
yes.
Yeah.
So it's very love-focused in kind of a gross way. And it's very, like hetero and almost like marriage-focused.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like how to find that special one and all that.
Oh, totally.
Okay. Scorpio.
Yeah.
Let's
tell
go
me.
for it. Let's see.
Give it to me.
Okay. Think back.
I'm thinking back.
Love mood. Your passionate streak is just as strong as your jealous streak. You expect your guy to be completely devoted, like you.
It's completely true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Fall. A mega direct hottie will ask you out.
No.
Since he's so honest and upfront, you'll accept. And you'll be in deep from the first goodnight kiss. Did that happen to you in the fall of 98?
No.
No. Okay.
That would have been inappropriate. Nope.
Winter. Even though you like this guy, you'll start to feel like you're suffocating. Solo time will be a major priority. This whole trajectory is about things working out with this guy in the fall.
Ew.
Spring, you and your boyfriend will work things out and take a day trip together that'll be just about the most fun you've ever had.
Now he's my boyfriend?
Well, so you met in the fall.
Okay.
You were in deep from the first goodnight kiss.
That's accurate.
But then you needed some alone time.
Yeah.
But now it's your boyfriend.
That's actually
and then you go on an amazing day trip.
Yeah, I feel a little called out. Go on.
Summer, you'll crave a break and need to do the date around thing for a while. But you'll go back to your steady before fall.
This is me. Oh, no. I am so called out.
So maybe this didn't happen in the fall of 98.
No, but
it's happened.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, amazing. Oh God, no. Okay. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
That's, yikes, I don't like it.
Okay, this is my problem. Well, we only read these two, but like,
sure.
Yours is like a story.
Yeah, mine's a story.
Mine's just like,
yours is like guy.
Yeah, it's like whatever, whoever, whatever, sporto guys. What?
They give you like different kinds of guys.
Yes.
They were like, okay, here's the arty guy, here's the sporty guy, here's the... Is there some truth?
Good. Never mind. Back to Scorpio.
We're done with Leo. We moved on from that.
We're not doing that one anymore.
So great.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Scorpio, most romantic month, December.
Okay.
Luckiest love day, Tuesday.
Okay, why? What does that even mean? When you said luckiest love day, I thought you were going to say like a date, like a specific
No, it's
number.
like a day of the week.
It's a day of the week. What
Every
the heck?
Tuesday is your lucky love day.
It's like Taco Bell at school. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. Pizza Friday.
Dumb.
Best love matches, Scorpio.
No, never. Could never happen.
So it's so dumb. It makes no sense because on mine, they're like, Leo's the worst with Leo. And on here, they're like, Scorpio's good with Scorpio. Like,
no
ridiculous.
way in hell.
And Pisces.
Well, that's true.
That one is true.
That one is true.
See the Pisces episode where we go on.
Gosh, yeah.
They're super sensitive and feel things just as deeply as you do. But they also just went along like the water sign lines.
Yeah, that's cheap.
But they didn't do Cancer. They did Scorpio.
They did Scorpio, which, no. Imagine a teen Scorpio boy.
Well, it's also my worst love match, so I guess I wouldn't like them.
No, you'd hate them.
Either.
No.
I
Even
hate
if they
all
were a
teen
jock
boys.
or an arty guy or a whatever else they said.
See, worst love matches, Leo and Aquarius.
They always do that.
They're major social gods, not at all your scene.
Who is? They said Leo and Aquarius?
That's what it says.
That is not accurate at all. I mean, they're right about Aquarius, but that's not in terms of the reasoning.
You can write to, I'm not sure who specifically authored that from YM in 1998.
Maybe just write to the YM.
Does that magazine still exist? No, didn't think so.
No.
Yeah, so, also this is amazing.
Ooh.
Again, super gender normative, heteronormative. His kissing horoscope.
Oh my goodness.
Is he your perfect pucker partner? They loved alliteration back then.
They really, really did.
We don't like it now, but
Yeah, right.
we use alliteration all
the time. It's good. It's catchy.
Okay, whatever. Or will his lip locks leave you cold? Check out what his sign says about his smooching style.
Oh my god.
Okay, can you actually get a read on how someone's going to kiss based on their sun sign?
It's in a magazine. It's in print.
Yeah, so
We bought into this stuff.
I know.
Which somebody was commenting on when we were going through this, and they were like, oh, this is this. And we were like, this is the information that we had, sir.
I know.
This is what we had, and this is all we had.
Well, and I think it was kind of like a thing where it was like, oh, like someone who was smart wouldn't be reading these magazines. These were like bubbleheads. And that is absolutely false.
Yeah, false.
Everyone was reading all of these magazines.
Yes. And
unless your mom wouldn't let you.
Yeah, and that was like, and then you would like bring it so your friends could read it in the bathroom at lunch and stuff like that. 100%. Especially like the sex stories.
Oh, yes. There was some amazing questions in here about that. But okay, so what his sign, do you want to find out his smooching style?
I don't know, like Taurus maybe?
Okay, interesting choice. His smooching style is soft and sort of shy.
Gross.
His favorite kiss is during a mushy movie. He'll ask your permission first, it says.
No, he won't.
Lipstick he'll love on you, and ultra pale pink.
Awful.
Ultra pale pink.
Would wash me out like...
It does not matter because your guy will like it.
It does not matter. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Why did I think I could have some choice or autonomy in this matter? I must obtain a pale pink lipstick.
Yes. No, and also none of that is true about any Taurus man I've ever known.
No, none of that. None of any of that.
Okay, let's just pick another one.
Yeah, let's pick another one.
Ooh, let's do Aquarius.
Oh, I love it.
His smooching style is wild and impulsive. His favorite kiss is while your mind's on something else, like homework.
That seems non-consensual.
And lipstick he'll love on you, a trendy frosted lavender.
Ew, what is with these colors? We had this conversation. That frosted pastel.
So many. I know.
Personally victimized me.
Absolutely.
For like 5 to 7 years. And I'm not over it.
It was really bad.
Everything was frosted. It was like this, like, going into the Y2K, like, like millennium, whatever. It was, I feel like it was like a new version of the mid-century obsession with, like, space-related
which
things.
is mid-century modern.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a lot of silver and sort of like futuristic, right? And I think as we're like going so we're going into 2000, it was the same thing. It was like a resurgence of that. So everything was like frosted, everything.
Oh my God, do you remember white eyeliner?
Yes. And I will give you...
And I'm not talking about like highlighting your waterline.
That's cute.
No, I'm talking about white eyeliner.
White, and like, okay, give you that one and raise you white mascara.
Oh,
do you remember
so
that? Everyone walking around like the queen from Narnia.
Yeah, I know.
Just Tilda Swinton.
I know.
All over the place. Like, that was cute. What were we doing?
We were trying to survive.
Yeah.
It was hard.
It really was hard. It was hard.
I know.
We didn't have... This is
the best we had. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
It's just very white and...
Yes, it was very white and heterosexual and very, like, this astrology. I mean, I don't even know what it's based on.
I don't either.
Like, it's just stuff.
Mine was somewhat accurate, so...
Well, oddly, but the rest of it was silliness. Okay, what do you have over there?
What do I have? I have Katie Holmes on my cover, which is so cute.
Poor thing.
I know, poor thing.
I mean, I think she's okay now, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's fine.
But in that cover, no idea what's coming to her.
Also, these covers were so strange. Like, some of them really look like they were shot, like, specifically, like, a shoot for the cover. And then some of them look like they lifted this picture off of, like, some kind of, like, ad. Right? Mm-hmm. That looks strange. I don't know. It doesn't look real to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this issue is from August 1998. Was that the same that you just had? Or no, yours was 96. This is 98.
I might have said 98 when we said it again.
That's
anyway,
totally fine. It doesn't matter. What's the difference? What's in your stars for August? And this was August too, so we have Leo highlighted here.
Oh, amazing.
Yes, and the Leo guy, and like I said, everything was celebrity focused, so it's Will Friedle from Boy Meets World, who, I mean, cutie patootie.
Yeah, but I feel like not a major player anymore.
No. But wish him well.
Oh, 100%. I mean, he's in a magazine.
Sending him love.
So much love. Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, I do love that they point out here the Leo guy never quite so cool as the Leo girl.
That is very true.
At least they were spot on with that.
100%.
I
will agree with that.
They figured it. Maybe those 2 years made a difference. They were like, well, give girls a little bit more credit. He's still creative, witty, and a great date. Yeah, but he can't deal when it comes to insecurities. He also likes his ladies to be loyal.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'll be loyal if I want to be loyal. I'll be loyal because you want me to. A Leo man.
Right? But this is what you were supposed to learn.
Well, yeah. But Leo's my worst love match, so I shouldn't be dating him.
No, you shouldn't. But let's see if it says anything. Your romance match, according to this issue in this year, was Sagittarius. They really love to pair you with Sagittarius.
Always.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I've known a lot of, Sagittarius men, like, that I would have dated, type of thing.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know everybody's signs, so.
Exactly, that's also true. Yeah, so you're a year ahead this year as a grounded, focused, dependable fire sign. That's you. You've got competence and creativity. Relationships continue to be intense with both boyfriends and friends. A new project for school could change your mind about future plans. You were figuring out your life at this point.
Obviously, this is geared towards a high school girl.
Yeah.
Because everything's like homework, school trips,
School trips.
On the bus.
I love how they assumed you were just going to do those things, too.
Oh, of course.
They're like, at this time, when you went on a school trip, you're like, wait.
Yeah.
What if I did?
When you were at cheerleader practice, it's like, what?
Wait.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
But it is true. This is all we had to read. No wonder everyone felt bad about themselves in the 90s.
I know. It's pretty bad. Oh, this is interesting. We follow Venus, the very vital planet of love, on its trip around the zodiac. Planet Love Lookout. Alliteration galore.
Planet Love Lookout. Okay,
Planet Love.
What was Venus doing? I mean, Planet Love doing.
And they capitalized it like a,
Planet, Planet Love. It's like the...
Begins the month in Cancer, which means total tranquility in all matters of the heart. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't think that's what that means.
Tranquility? No.
Water
babies. That would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And Earth girls. Earth girls are easy.
I know. That's what I was...
Right. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn find that the shy routine works like a charm. Gross.
But there's another magazine, literally, that talks about how if you're like a super shy girl, guys hate that, and that's not the way to flirt.
Yeah, like, what is that?
We were reading that.
Yeah,
earlier.
They did say that.
Yes, and I don't remember where it was. I'm not going to look for it, but
it's so much contradictory stuff.
Everything you do is wrong.
Everything you do is wrong. But you were favored here because Venus then went into Leo on the 13th, and bolder girls, which is you, get the hugs and kisses, especially fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, I mean...
Can't wait for that.
You did really well here.
Yeah, I don't know how well I was doing then.
Oh my God. Okay, they totally play into, like, your insecurities and stuff, too. For mine, it's like, lately it feels like everyone's watching you and waiting for you to fail.
That's awful.
I would have been, like, so paranoid by that. Like, oh my God, they are.
I know.
They're rooting against me.
Ugh, sorry. This is just, it's like funny and it's entertaining and it's so disturbing.
It is disturbing. They gave you like bad days. They gave you numbers for this one, not just Tuesday.
Yeah. Ooh, back to school star chart.
Look at this. It's a whole
layout, 2-page.
That's amazing.
That is
this
amazing.
Was like a back to school issue.
Okay, so there's school, friends, and guys. For every sign.
Oh, yeah. School, friends, and guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my
School,
goodness.
friends, and guys. Back to school star chart.
I was known for my carefree independence, but...
Oh, is that what it says there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm either paranoid or I have carefree independence. It's one or the other.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or whichever one it is the wrong one.
Yeah.
Let's look at just, like, pick Cancer. Read to me about Cancer.
Cancer.
Sure.
In the back to school guide?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what you were up to, Cancer.
Just see what it says. Well, I'm not a Cancer, but yeah.
Cancer girls, Cancer femmes. Oh, they do that thing again. Lucky day was Wednesday, so...
Every Wednesday is your lucky day.
Don't know if you remember
if you're
that.
a Cancer in the 90s.
Cancer for school. A new club creates different unexpected possibilities for your future. Make sure to stay open to change. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then friends will really come through for you when your year gets off to a bumpy start, so rely on your friends. It's probably not bad advice.
No, I mean, that's very generic, though.
Very.
And I know people have a big complaint with astrology about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's all generic. It could be anything. You could read into it.
Yeah.
That really is.
And this is what they were talking about. It was stuff like this that they were talking about.
There's not a lot of nuance, or it's all just very obvious.
Yeah, and that's so true. Like, we weren't reading this stuff back then and being like, oh my gosh, like, we knew. We knew this was stupid.
We also had, like, it's not like you were going to go, like, read this and then, like, go get, like, a legitimate book where you were going to like look up where the planets were on different days and how they interact with each other. Like you weren't doing all of that.
No, you weren't doing all of that. Not us.
No. But like your average person wasn't doing that.
No.
I don't think.
No.
I mean, there were astrologers, like professional astrologers and like that type of stuff. But this was kind of like as far as a lot of people went, where I feel like now there's much more of an interest to actually understand it, to go deeper, just even on an individual learning kind of basis.
Yeah, well, like you explained in the beginning, like the focus back then was very pop, right? Pop astrology was all about like the fluff and the celebrity aspect of it. And they sort of leaned into like it not being real. Like they sort of leaned into it being a game and being oh, this is just fun. Like don't actually buy into this. Like it's really just fun. It was had sort of that disclaimer of like, this is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. So this really wasn't serious, a serious study of astrology. This was for teenagers and it was teenagers in the 90s. Like,
yeah. Well, and I think because of this, like that culture around astrology, it became the culture around astrology.
Definitely.
Where people who were, maybe never even read any of this, they just had that opinion of astrology.
Yes. And I think it's a lot of times, especially in kind of like our generation sort of broadly, or maybe even the one before or maybe even two before, that this is what they're referencing when they're because this is often as far as people go, whether it's this magazine or it's the daily horoscope in the newspaper, or whatever it is. That's as far as people go. So that's what they're talking about when they're like, this is stupid and bogus and it's always the same thing. And
or it's just so vague all the time. And,
it doesn't apply to me. It's like, we know.
Yeah.
But this is pretty funny.
It's like cringy, though.
It is cringy, but I do kind of love it. It's been a trip.
So I also think to finish up. Oh, you want to show that?
This is Jackie.
So there were some cool goth trends in the later 90s, and I was all about this look. If you're surprised at all, I think I still look like that.
Yeah. And what episode were we talking about 90s cosmetics? And
we're saying, the brand,
Jane Cosmetics. And you guys, you don't understand how cool this, like, unless you do, because you were there, you don't understand how cool this was. Like, they had these cases for the lipsticks that you could open with one hand. It was the ultimate...
revolutionary.
Yeah, it was such a flex.
Yeah.
It was the ultimate flex back. You just flip and...
Yeah, it was a little clicky, like, to bring out the lipstick instead of having to take off a lid and, like, do a whole thing.
Amazing. And you just had these, like, vampy... Yeah, Jane was the girl. Jane was her back then, for sure.
It was cool cosmetics and...
available at Kmart stores.
Oh, yikes. Well... amazing. Okay.
Find me at Kmart right now.
So I think
they probably still have a section with Jane.
Didn't they all close?
I'm pretty sure they did, but if you could find a random one, I bet you they still have like the signage and stuff for Jane.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Imagine finding that, like a time capsule of that. That's like my dream. I love that.
Or like in the dumpster behind it when they're gutting it and you like get all that stuff.
Why didn't we think about that stuff when it was happening?
I don't know.
We're dumb.
Nobody saves anything in these days.
We're dumb.
Okay, to wrap this up, we are going to do a friendship style quiz.
Oh, yes.
So quizzes in these magazines were also huge.
Oh, yeah.
And these quizzes are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they range from like this one, what's your friendship style, to like some other one that we were looking at was like, how low can you go? Do you need a moral makeover? And it was like this list of like, if you've done these horrible things, and the list was like ridiculous.
Yeah, like really.
And there's like, what's your party personality? And all these, they're just like
party personality
all over the place.
Yes.
But we decided to do what's your friendship style.
That's cute.
So
cute.
I'm going to ask you these questions.
Okay, ask me the questions.
So, number one, Your older sister, who works at a radio station, hooks you up with 2 backstage passes to an upcoming Pearl Jam concert.
Oh, my.
I'm reading this verbatim. You, A, take a girl you just started hanging out with.
Okay.
B, freak out over who you should invite because all of your friends are major Eddie Vedder fans. I can't even read this.
Oh, my gosh.
C, ask your best bud to go with you. Best bud.
First of all, no one is a huge Eddie Vedder fan.
A lot of people were back then.
He scared the crap out of me, and that Jeremy video scarred me for life. I'm going C. Okay. That's the best friend one, right?
Yeah, ask your best bud to go with you.
Yeah, I'm asking my best friend.
Number 2, if your best friend went overboard for a new guy, bonding with him 24/7, you'd A, go into panic mode. Her new social schedule would sink your friendship and you'd be totally lost without her. Mm-hmm. B, think nothing of it. There are other friends in the sea. C, be bummed, but your mutual friends would come to your emotional rescue.
C.
Yeah, but I feel like these options are all...
I don't like her anymore.
What about talk to your best friend about how she's spending too much time with her new guy?
She's disloyal. Cut her off.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3.
I'm trying to channel like my teenage Ashley, you know?
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man, I feel like I should be keeping track of these. Oh, it's one of these stupid ones where you have to
score it.
Okay, some of these quizzes, I know, but it's not like that. They're worth different values.
Oh, man.
Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. At the end of history class, there are a few minutes to hang out before the bell rings. You, A, start talking to the girl who's sitting next to you, even if you don't know her. B, get up and move to an empty seat near your friends and gab with them. C, stare at the clock for what seems like an eternity.
I would probably move and talk to my friends.
Okay. I already know which one you're going to get. Okay, 4, it's Friday night and you have plans to go to the movies with a friend. Okay. At the last minute, a hottie calls to invite you to a huge party.
A hottie?
Mm-hmm. So you say that you've already got plans and go see the movie. Ask if your friend can go too. Blow off your friend and get ready for the rager.
I would go to the party.
Blow off your friend and get ready for the rager?
Yeah, I would do it.
You wouldn't ask your friend if she could go too?
No, because then she would be like a third wheel. She would hate that.
Okay.
I'd just be like, I'm sick.
That's true.
Ooh, you whore.
That's good. Okay. Your scores are wild. Okay, 5. When you flip through your photo album.
I love it. I love this.
You see lots of pictures of A, the same group of friends you've had since grade school. B, your true blue bud. C, guys and girls you met through school, summer camp, sports teams, internships, volunteering, etc.
What was the middle one?
Your true blue bud. You just wanted me to say that again.
I wanted to force you to say that horribly awkward phrase. I'm going to go with C.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like that's more accurate. Why would you have a photo album of one person?
Because it's the only person you hang out with.
That's lame.
If you're a true blue bud,
I'm not that.
One of the results.
At any point, you can call an audible on which one you think I am.
Well, I know. I'm going to. I'm going to do one more.
Okay. Or pick the best one, if there's a good one.
Yeah, no. One more. Okay. When you watch Friends, you usually think, A, this show's terrible. No, I'm just kidding. A, don't they get sick of each other? B, they're not as tight as my clique. C, if only I had so many buddies.
Don't they get sick of each other?
Okay, so I do kind of want to say, I don't know. I feel like
I always get the middle one.
I know. I feel like you're going to get the middle one.
Yeah, because I'm not, like, anybody.
There's, like, 4 more questions.
Yeah. I would be.
So these are the options, okay?
Okay.
Fickle friend.
That's not me.
You're hitting it off with so many different people that your weekends are booked up for months. Your outgoing and down-to-earth personality attracts a lot of friends. Says Robert Butterworth, PhD, a psychologist in private practice in Los Angeles, California.
They really consulted this man.
And they're like, tell us about a personality type.
Sir, can you please weigh in on this 17 magazine quiz?
So this is somebody that, like, has too many friends and they're not very deep. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's not me.
Okay, the middle one is click chic. Mm-hmm. Your clique is tighter than the security at a Green Day concert.
Oh, God.
At school, the 4, 5, or 6 of you form an intimidating group that can appear as if it doesn't let outsiders in.
No.
Oh, since you tend to go with the flow, you might not be learning how to assert yourself or get along with different people, says Dr. Butterworth.
Oh.
Last is true blue bud. Whether you're shy or insecure, you tend to stay glued to your best friend's side. Oh, because the only reason you could have one true best friend is because you're shy or insecure.
Yeah, because you won't talk to anybody. That's BS.
Her rock-steady support makes you feel secure, says Dr. Butterworth.
I knew Dr. Butterworth was going to say something else.
If she makes you feel guilty about making new friends, have a heart-to-heart with her, says Dr. Butterworth. Just say something like, I don't want to stop hanging out with you, but as a friend, you should be more accepting of me. Okay.
Yeah, well, I saw what happened in the craft when she tried to do that, and then they, like, hexed her and made it seem like bugs were crawling out of her. So I'm not going to go that route.
All of these options, these are not the only options.
No, they're not. I'm a little bit of all of that.
I know, but they're also very negative.
They are. They're like, you're a bitch mean girl, so
yeah, exactly.
Relax on that.
Yes.
Or they're like, you're super flighty and there's something wrong with you and you have mental health issues.
Yeah.
Or they're like, what's wrong with you? You're a sad sack.
Yeah, or like you and your best friend are codependent. Exactly. And it's like, get away from her. Or if you're too insecure, then like, oh
yeah, they're
my
like
God.
Blaming her like she's manipulating you into being
like the best friend is. Or you're just too insecure and that's why you don't have any other friends.
See, again with the like pitting girls against each other thing.
I know, it's really true. I mean, I feel like this was like, it was funny and entertaining, but then I'm also like, God, it's so depressing.
It is depressing. So here's the thing. If you guys do this, which I highly recommend because this was actually fun, just like flipping through these.
Yes, because there's so much more in here too. Like obviously we wanted to do the like astrology, horoscope piece because like Dumb Witch Club and all of that.
Yes.
And there's not a lot of like witchy content in here.
No.
There's a little bit of gothy content in some. There's a Christina Ricci thing somewhere.
Yeah, and this one's about the cast of Charmed.
And that one's about the cast of Charmed. So we liked that.
Love that.
Yeah. But like the ads are wild. There's articles like advice on like dating, and the fashion is really cool on some of these. Some of the makeup is cool, some of it's horrible. It's just like, I mean, it literally is like a time capsule.
It is, and that's the really interesting part. Like some like really pre-internet and
Christian Slater's a Leo too, in case you didn't know
that. How cute. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is a Scorpio, which whenever they have these issues, they always would focus. Because he was like, that guy.
Well, I know. I think he was just Leo back then even.
I know.
Like on one of these on the cover, it just said Leo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
He was that guy.
But he's not a Leo.
He is not.
He's just Leo.
He's
like
just
Oliver.
Leo.
He's not a baby.
He's just baby. So cute. Love him.
I don't know. How do you feel after your trip back to the 90s?
I was literally going to ask you that. I'm like, how do you feel after your trip down sort of vague, blocked out memory lane?
Like re-traumatized.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel mixed feelings.
I do too.
Because it is, like I was saying, it's funny and it's fun and it's interesting, but it's also like pretty cringy.
It is. And here, the other thing too that I think a lot of people don't know if they didn't actually live through it too, like, we didn't take this stuff seriously either. We read that laughingly. Like, we knew none of this, like, slang and the way they phrase things. No one talked like that.
Yes, that is true.
We didn't do this. This was not... It was just entertainment, and it was the way that we had to receive our content because it was the only way to receive content at the time.
I feel like these magazines are much like reality TV.
Yeah.
It's like some presentation of, like, this is how girls your age live. Yeah. And it's like... No, not really,
exactly.
You know? Because it's all, like, hyped up and over. The slang is hilarious.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah. So.
But it was fun.
I don't know. But I definitely hope that there's a lot of our age witches and other ladies, or gents, or in-betweens, whatever you are, that can just kind of relate to how hilarious this all is.
I'm sure they can.
And if you need a love horoscope for this year,
yes,
maybe consult a better source than a teen girls' magazine.
Yeah, that's really good advice. They should put that in a magazine.
Yes. Oh. That would be good.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think that wraps it up for today.
I think it does. Totally.
Totally wraps it up.
Does. Totes. Stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.
Dumb Witch Club is written and produced by us, Ashley Sidner.
And Jackie Gerard at the Dumb Witch Clubhouse in Orange County, California.
Produced and edited by Matt Heinemeyer. Creative Director and Culture Consultant, Violet Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. And look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.